This story unfolds between two timelines, past and present. The past is vibrant, filled with color and joy, while the present feels drained, painted in shades of gray and sorrow. That's why every scene from the past appears in color, and the present is shown in black and white. The story begins in 2007, during the New Year season, when people are leaving Beijing to return to their hometowns. On a crowded train, a ticket inspector arrives to check passengers. A young woman named Michelle realizes her ticket is missing. She's misplaced it. Just then, a young man named Alex steps in. He has an extra ticket because one of his friends couldn't make the trip. Alex hands the ticket to the inspector and says Michelle is traveling with them. Afterward, he introduces her to his two friends. As they chat, they discover they're all from the same hometown and even work near each other in Beijing. Suddenly, the train halts. Heavy snowfall blocks the tracks, making it impossible to continue. The four decide to walk the rest of the way. Along the journey, they talk and laugh. Michelle shares that she works in sales, while Alex explains he runs a video game parlor with his friends. But deep down, he dreams of creating a truly great game. The two enjoy each other's company, their connection growing stronger as they walk toward home, singing and smiling along the way. The story then jumps 10 years ahead to 2018. It's New Year's again, and people are once more heading home. Alex is now seen flying business class, a sign that he's become successful. On the same flight, Michelle sits in economy. They notice each other, but their expressions suggest they've become strangers. Suddenly, an announcement interrupts the moment. The flight is delayed due to intense snowfall. Because Alex is in business class, the airline offers him a comfortable hotel room. He invites Michelle to join him, but she initially declines. Still, with nowhere else to go, she agrees to come along. They arrive at the hotel, but barely speak. The silence between them is heavy. The story then shifts back to the past. Michelle and Alex have reached their hometown. Alex introduces Michelle to his father, who instantly likes her. He warmly invites her to dinner at their home, where others are gathered too. Michelle feels welcomed and happy in this moment, surrounded by warmth and familiarity. After dinner, Michelle takes a quiet walk with Alex. During their conversation, Alex opens up. He shares that aside from his father, he has no one else in the world. His mother passed away, leaving a void that still lingers. Michelle responds with her own truth. Her father is no longer alive either, and though her mother still lives here, their relationship is strained. Despite that, Michelle feels deeply connected to this place. That's why she returns every new year, hoping to hold on to that sense of belonging. She mentions her plan to marry someone stable in Beijing, hoping that settling down will bring her life some peace and direction. At this point in their lives, neither Michelle nor Alex is truly settled. Michelle takes on small jobs to get by, while Alex, fresh out of college, runs a modest video game parlor with two friends. The shop is rented, and business isn't going well. Eventually, one of their friends decides to leave and take a regular job elsewhere. One night, Alex and his two friends meet up at a bar. Michelle arrives unexpectedly, accompanied by a man. She introduces him as her boyfriend. Alex feels a surge of anger. He's quietly developed feelings for Michelle and can't bear the thought of her being with someone else. The man Michelle is dating is significantly older than her, but he has a government job and owns a home in the city. For Michelle, that's enough. She's focused on building a stable future in Beijing, and this relationship seems to offer the security she's been searching for. One night, Michelle calls Alex in distress. She tells him she's broken up with her boyfriend and has nowhere to stay. Alex immediately invites her to his place, even though it's in rough shape. Michelle doesn't have any other option, so she agrees to move in. Their days pass with struggle, but they find comfort in each other's presence. Despite the hardships, they share moments of quiet happiness. Eventually, Alex's remaining business partner also leaves. The video game parlor isn't making money, and they're forced to shut it down. To survive, Alex begins selling pirated CDs on the street. One day, Michelle visits him, and Alex notices she's wearing a wig. Curious, he asks why. She explains she started dating someone new, a wealthy man who likes wigs. Alex feels crushed. He's never had the courage to tell Michelle how deeply he cares for her. The next day, they visit a mall together, and Michelle spots her new boyfriend with another woman. She quickly realizes he's already married. Her heart breaks. They return home, and Alex gently tells her she shouldn't trust people so easily. As they talk, emotions rise. The pain, the closeness, the years of unspoken feelings, they all come pouring out. They share a kiss, and for the first time, they become close. Alex is overwhelmed with joy. He's loved Michelle for so long, and this moment feels like everything he's ever wanted. But the next evening, when Alex returns home, he finds Michelle gone. She's packed her things and left without a word. Anger floods him. He calls her, saying things he doesn't mean, hurt and frustration spilling out. Michelle quietly asks, "Can we still be friends?" Alex, lost in confusion, replies, "I don't know." For several days, Alex and Michelle don't speak to each other. Michelle misses him deeply and eventually decides to visit his home. But Alex isn't there. She learns that he's been arrested for selling pirated CDs on the street. The news hits her hard. With New Year approaching, Michelle returns to her hometown and visits Alex's house. That evening, she joins his family for dinner and tells them Alex is doing well in the city. She explains that his boss didn't grant him leave, which is why he couldn't come home for the holiday. In truth, Michelle doesn't want anyone to know. Alex is in jail. Before she leaves, Alex's father hands her a container of sticky beans, his traditional New Year recipe. Michelle returns to Beijing, and soon after, Alex is released from jail. She gives him the sticky beans his father made, but Alex reacts with frustration. Michelle calmly explains that she did visit his family, but never told them about his arrest. Instead, she told everyone that they're now in a relationship. From this moment on, they're officially together. Their bond grows stronger, and they find happiness in each other's company. Alex continues working on his video game, and the two now live under the same roof. One day, Alex shares details about his game with Michelle. The main characters are named Ian and Kelly, two people destined to meet. Michelle asks, "What if they don't find each other?" Alex replies, "Then the world turns colorless, just like their present reality, where they've once again drifted apart." The story shifts back to the present once again. Alex and Michelle are inside the hotel room when Alex receives a call from his son. It's quickly revealed that Alex is married, and the call was arranged by his wife. She's deeply suspicious of him. She demands that Alex show her the entire hotel room on video. Alex has no choice but to comply. As he slowly pans the camera around, Michelle quietly follows behind him, staying out of view so Alex's wife doesn't realize another woman is in the room. Later, they step outside the hotel. Michelle asks Alex, "How do we even break up?" Alex replies, "It doesn't matter. What matters is that we found each other again." Despite their reunion, Michelle still hasn't found stability in her life. She continues to take on small jobs just to get by. The story then returns to the past, to the year 2009. Alex and Michelle have now been living together for 2 years. They're happy, but still not settled. For New Year's, they travel back to their hometown. Alex rents a car, hoping to show everyone that he's doing well, that his life is finally on track. This year, there's a college friends reunion, and Alex wants to make a good impression. At the restaurant, as they all sit together, Alex's friends begin to sense that he's still struggling. Their teasing turns into mockery, and Alex feels deeply hurt. He drinks heavily and insists on paying the entire bill, even though he doesn't have enough money. The next morning, Alex's father tells him, "Don't try to become someone you're not." The words sting. Feeling defeated, Alex decides to leave for Beijing with Michelle. During the drive, Michelle tries to comfort him. She says, "We don't need a lot of money. We're happy together, and that's enough." But Alex doesn't take it well. He lashes out, saying harsh things to her. Later, when he arrives at his call center job, he gets into an argument with a customer. The situation escalates, and the customer comes with others who beat Alex badly. Alex is now drowning in frustration. His game remains unfinished, and he still doesn't have a stable job. His dreams feel distant, and his reality is growing heavier by the day. A few days later, Alex and Michelle go out to a restaurant. While they're eating, Alex gets into a heated argument with a group of guys at a nearby table. The situation escalates, and Alex starts fighting with them. Michelle is furious. She slaps him across the face and storms out. Soon, Alex receives a call from his father, asking if he'll be coming home for New Year's. Alex replies that he's staying in Beijing this time. Meanwhile, Michelle holds a train ticket in her hand. She's planning to return to her hometown for the holiday. That night, just before her train departs, Michelle approaches Alex, who's deeply focused on playing a video game. She tells him, "If we break up now, we may never see each other again. I'm leaving." But Alex doesn't respond. He doesn't even look up. Michelle walks away, heartbroken. What she doesn't know is that Alex has headphones on. He never hears her words. But soon, he realizes Michelle is gone. He figures out she must have left for her hometown. Alex rushes to the train station, searching frantically. Eventually, he spots her inside a train. He watches her silently as the doors close and the train pulls away. He doesn't say a word. The story returns to the present once again. The world around them is black and white, a visual reflection of the emptiness in their lives. Alex asks Michelle, "If you hadn't left that day, would things have been different?" Michelle replies, "If you had stopped me, I would have stayed with you forever." In that moment, they both realize how colorless life feels without each other. They grab each other's hands and start running through the snow, as if trying to outrun the sadness. When they reach the hotel, they find some of Alex's acquaintances inside. Alex quickly lets go of Michelle's hand, and the gesture stings. Michelle feels hurt, once again pushed aside. Soon after, they rent a car and decide to drive back to their hometown together. The story shifts once again to the past. After Michelle leaves, their relationship falls apart. Alex is devastated. His world feels drained of color, and he sinks into frustration and loneliness. In this emotional state, he finally completes his video game. He programs it so that if the characters, Ian and Kelly, fail to meet, the entire game turns black and white. It's a reflection of his own life. He uploads the game online, and to his surprise, it quickly goes viral. A major company notices and offers him a job, along with purchasing the rights to his game. Alex's life transforms overnight. He becomes a successful man. During an interview, Alex shares that the inspiration for his game came from his own story with Michelle. He tries calling her repeatedly, but she never picks up. He sends her messages, telling her he hasn't even told his father about their breakup. He wishes they could return to their hometown together, but Michelle doesn't respond. When Alex finally arrives at his hometown, he's surprised to find Michelle already there, spending time with his father. Alex tells them he's bought a beautiful home in Beijing and wants both of them to come live with him. But his father gently refuses. He says he spent his whole life here and wants to spend his final years in the same place. His eyesight is fading, and he doesn't want to leave. Alex becomes angry and storms out. Michelle runs after him, urging him not to speak so harshly to his father. Alex says that the moment he had money, the first thing he did was buy a home so they could all be together. Michelle replies, "I didn't break up with you because you didn't have a house. I left because you're no longer the man I fell in love with. You've changed." Alex pleads with her to come live with him in Beijing to start over. But Michelle stands firm. She says, "When you couldn't keep me close during your hardest days, I have no right to be with you now in your best ones." Deep down, she's still hurt by the moment Alex didn't stop her from leaving on that train. And once again, she walks away. The story returns once more to the present. Alex and Michelle are together, but their lives still feel colorless. Everything around them is black and white. Alex shares a memory from 2015, the year he got married. He had taken his wife to meet his father in their hometown. By then, his father had completely lost his vision. And throughout the visit, his father believed Alex had married Michelle. He couldn't see, but in his heart, he held on to that hope. Now, none of that matters. Alex's father has passed away. Soon, They arrive in their hometown. Alex drops Michelle off at her house and returns to his own. While going through his father's belongings, he finds a letter, one his father had written for Michelle but never got the chance to send. Without reading it, Alex quietly delivers the letter to Michelle's home. Michelle opens the letter and begins to read. In this letter, Alex's father writes that Alex has grown wiser, and the reason is her. He recalls the day Alex visited with his wife. Though he couldn't see, the moment he held her hand, he knew she wasn't Michelle. Still, he called her by Michelle's name, because deep down, he always wished Alex and Michelle would stay together. He writes that life doesn't always go the way we plan, but if Michelle ever feels overwhelmed by the chaos of Beijing, she should come back home. As Michelle reads, tears fill her eyes. She then opens Alex's video game, the one that's entirely black and white. To bring color into the game, a secret code must be unlocked. Michelle figures it out. It's a message from Alex, hidden just for her. When she enters the code, the game world bursts into color, and so does her present life. In that moment, all the regret and incompleteness from their past fades away. They've finally accepted their present, and with that acceptance, everything begins to feel whole again. Alex's father was right. Life doesn't always follow our plans. It surprises us, and we must be ready to embrace those surprises. That's what life truly is. So that was the story of us and them. A journey through time, love, regret, and rediscovery. Sometimes, life doesn't unfold the way we plan, but in its unpredictability, it teaches us what truly matters. Alex and Michelle remind us that even when the world turns black and white, a single moment of connection can bring back all the color. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let us know in the comments, have you ever let someone go, only to realize they were a missing piece? Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep finding the color in your own story.